Hello everybody, welcome to this week's video. Now these videos are often made in different sections. Obviously we record some at the sale room when we're looking at the objects. There's some that's recorded on the rostrum when we actually show the auctioneering and what these items have made. And I do quite a lot from home in the evenings when I talk about objects in the auction, and we sort of pick that apart and discuss whether we've got the estimates right and keep you updated on other stuff. So normally I'm doing that on an evening. As you can see, it's a lovely day and the sun's shining on me, so I don't need to use any extra lights. So it's the daytime, I'm at home and I'm off work. And what's the reason? Because paternity leave has started. If you're a follower of this channel, you'll know that Sally and we've been expecting our first child. I keep updating you about that, and he has arrived now. He actually came on last Sunday, so it was Sally was in labour during the time you were hopefully watching the last video on Saturday. So yeah, he came on the Sunday, very early Sunday morning. His name's Edward James Baton, and we're obviously thrilled to bits and very, very tired, but it's a fun and exciting time, and I've been worried about making the video and finding the time to do so, but we've had a quiet minute now. The little man's had a feed and is asleep now, so it gives me time to address this week's auction that I actually missed and talk to you guys all about that. But yeah, I learnt quite a lot about this whole process. A lot of you will already know, of course, you'll have children and grandchildren, etc. But what I learnt about that day, that Saturday you were hopefully watching the video, is that what amazing strength and energy that women have. You know, Sally laboured for about 25 hours. You know, I marked the point that I would have thrown in the towel, and you know, that was far before that, and she kept on and on with great determination. So proud of Sally and so thankful for what she's done for our family. It's absolutely amazing. But yeah, anyway, that was sort of Monday, was the first day we came home from the hospital. That was the day of the auction. So this sale that we're going to talk about today, I wasn't at, which was very strange for me. I've been at every auction for the last, I'd say, 15 years. Before that, I very rarely missed them when I was a bit younger, but I've been at every auction. And I'm quite precious about the sale room, about the family business. You probably know that. So it was really peculiar, really strange to leave everybody to it, and I was worried. Not that I don't have confidence in them, of course I do, but if you're not there, you can't help. It's fear of the unknown. But with the beauty of modern technology, even though I was home with the newborn, having this sort of family time, I was able to log into the sale on my phone for the start time and watch them all begin promptly on time, so that was perfect. Sometimes it's difficult to start a sale promptly with all the bid admin, etc. But it started nice and prompt, so I was watching that on the phone. It gave me a little bit of security knowing that everything was okay, and they were doing a sterling job. I didn't watch all the auction, obviously, just watched a few lots, but you know, that was good to see and really sort of set my mind at ease. So this channel is called Inside a Family Auction House. So mainly, of course, that deals with what it's like running an auction house and dealing with objects, talking about objects and selling them. But also there's that key word there, family, and that's pretty vital to this channel and the kinds of things that I'm wanting to sort of express and talk about, particularly today. You know, we all have things going on at home, and when there's a business of this size, you know, that only employs a handful of people, sort of the changes of normal, everyday life, things at home, they can cause this small vessel to pitch and yaw quite easily, and we all have to adapt and help one another, and it's just such a good feeling knowing that everybody can do that and have done that with unquestioning support, and it's really amazing, and I'm so thankful for it. If we were a much bigger sale room, then I'm sure they can take on these sort of changes without much disruption. But yeah, that's just to share with you guys what it's like being in a small family auction house. So normally I'm working on a viewing, of course, but at the last viewing, it was actually the day before when we're getting the sale ready. That's when I got the call to say that you know, the waters are broke, so obviously something's happening soon, so I missed the viewing. That's normally the chance where I walk around the sale room, pick the objects I want to talk about in that weekend's video, film them, talk about them, research them, etc. Obviously I wasn't able to do that, so thankfully Jamie You've seen many times on these videos, Jamie and I work together with the two auctioneers. He actually picked a few objects for me for the next two videos, so he's filmed lots of B-roll of those items, and also filmed the auctioneering, and Matthew's recorded the auctioneer bid screen, so I can take a look at those now with you. I've not got the objects in front of me, so we're not quite as well equipped as we are on the normal video, but I'm sure we can have fun with it, and it'll still be entertaining. So let's have a look over at the first object. First lot selected are two woodworking planes, one by Spears of Ayr and the other by Alex Matheson of Glasgow. Now these two tool manufacturers really benefited massively from the huge boom of industry around the Firth and the Clyde rivers. Now I've had a few planes manufactured by Spears in the past through the auction. They always seem to perform well, and what I really find interesting about their planes is the grip there on the top, that square grip, and the handle. They're both carved from rosewood, so real high quality. I do in fact own a woodworking plane, bought it myself from B&Q. I think it's a Stanley one, I'll have to dig it out and have a look, but the handles are all made of plastic, so it's a totally different time. I think that's often what's really enjoyable about this business, really comparing how things were made in the past to how they're being made now. And obviously it's a case of the industries have found ways to make things more and more profitable by using different materials, different manufacturing techniques. So it's good in one way, it's more profitable for businesses, and the output is greater, but really the way they made things, even these tools, woodworking planes, really things of beauty and really well made. So the auction estimate for the two planes was £50 to £80. Let's see how they get on. I see that Jamie's there rocking his now legendary maroon cardigan with his flat cap. He's also got a nice silk emerald green tie to represent his Irish heritage. He's getting himself set up there before the sale starts. He's obviously a little bit nervous, a little bit tense, and that's perfect. There's been a number of things in the past that I've been really worried about and nervous about, and Mum always said that a few nerves in there are really good. It really gives you your edge. If you're too relaxed, you're going to make mistakes. If you're too nervous, you just can't function. But just a little bit of tightening up is perfect. So I can see why he's nervous. The first time he's done a full sale, there's nobody there to fall back on. I'm not there, Dad's not there. So the whole auctioneering ship is in his hands. So anyway, back to the planes. Let's see how we get on.
Lot 171, the Spears of Ayr smoothing plane with rosewood handle and grip, along with another plane marked Alex Matheson and Son. The two planes there. Internet moves us straight in at 100, looking for 110. I've got a bid of 100 on the sale room, 110 I need elsewhere. Any further interest? So with the maiden bid then of 100 and selling.
So at £100, that looks like a very good price against the estimate of £50 to £80. But it was straight in and straight out at 100, so no bids sort of incrementing up, so not really great to watch, not interesting to watch, just 100, bang, and sold. So it looks like just one internet bid, but that's not actually the case. We've talked before about competitive bidding, but just to give you an idea, let's say that was your bid and you won it for £100. If you'd have left £100, now the estimate was 50 to 80, and the way the saleroom.com works, if you're the only person to leave a bid of 100, it actually starts at 60% of the bottom estimate, so you would actually be winning it at 30. So for that to go all the way up to 100, and then for that bid to come through when Jamie's selling, there's other people who've got to bid before right up to that 100 level. So that's where we ended. So well done, Jamie, and a good price for the planes. So the second and last selection for this week's video is for a wristwatch. And we've talked in the past about the great market at the moment for wristwatches, how they seem to be going up and up in price. One of those things that's really keenly looked out for by collectors and people that just generally want to wear them, people that invest in them. They're just a great thing. The nice small size, you know, the craftsmanship is out of this world, really, the Swiss watch movement, as I'm sure you all know. So this week's watch it's an Omega. It's gold-plated case. It has the satin dial, baton markers, centre seconds, meaning the second hand rotates around the centre like a normal watch rather than an extra subsidiary dial. So it has centre seconds and also a date window. So that's a little nice extra. It's not just a time functioning watch, it also records the date. So a nice gents timepiece. This one in particular, as you can see, it's nice and clean. There's a little bit of tarnishing around there on the dial. The Omega sign, that's applied in gilt metal, that's nice to have. The case back, that's a screw down variety rather than just one that pops off, so it is a nicer quality example. Shame it's not a gold one, it is just gold plated, but a lovely timepiece nonetheless, and one that I'd probably like to own. This sort of watch, it's quite elegant looking, it's not over fancy, it's not too large. It will really be a timeless design. I think it's probably roughly about 1970s looking at it, but I've not got it in front of me to have a good look at it. Now the auction estimate is £100 to £150. Let's see how Jamie and the team got on sale day.
£351, a gentleman's Omega automatic wristwatch with gold plated case, satin dial, pattern markers, centre seconds and date window. £351. Quite a lot of interest, pre-sale on the book, and bids start me at £190, looking for £200. £190's bid, £200, £210, £220, £220 in the room, the commissions are out, we're in the room at £220, looking for £240. So room bid at £220, £240, £260. Front of the seats at £240's taking it, I need £260 elsewhere. So in the room at £240, if you're all through. Selling then at £240 and done.
Yeah, really pleased with that price, 240, so that's a good way over top estimate. And by the looks of it, it was a couple of good commission bids and then a bit of interest in the room, and not really any bids that were taken, at least from the internet, so all commission and room bids. So good old-fashioned sort of way of auctioneering something. Very pleased with the price, and again, well done to the team. So I didn't know if this was going to be possible with all that's going on with the new addition to the family, but Jamie managed to get me some footage, so I managed to get a video together. I know the format's changed a little bit, but I'm sure you'll persevere with me. My lonely, empty office chair will be calling me back soon, so I will have to go back to work and leave the family behind for the working hours and get back to it with everybody else, back to the grindstone. And the videos soon will get back to their normal format, but hopefully you've enjoyed this one. You may not have seen the last video. I mean, some of you are subscribers to the channel, which I thank you gratefully for, and you also evidently must have clicked the notification bell, because last week all I had time for was scheduling the video the day before, and that was it. I've sent no emails, done no social media, and still we've got around 70 views, which I'm really pleased about. That's good. Normally I send out an email campaign and do a bit of social media to pull a few extra people in to watch the video. People that perhaps aren't subscribers, don't want to subscribe, or don't know how to subscribe, or are subscribers and haven't clicked that all-important notification bell. So it's probably a good time to remind you about all that sort of stuff. If ever there is a reason that I can't send out those emails. If you do subscribe to the channel by clicking that red button just below this video, also the notification bell just next to it, whatever device you watch YouTube on, you'll get a quick notification, perhaps even an email to tell you that the video is live. So yeah, that's it now. So I just want to dedicate this video to everybody back at work that's worked so impressively hard and did a phenomenal job with the auction. So to you at home that watch the videos, I'll see you in 7 days for another one. Have a great week.